Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. For this trip, I'm going to be taking a tour through northern New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, and Arizona. This trip's going to be 9 days with 5 national parks on the trip. And be camping at a couple national parks and in the forest in Arizona. And the rest will be hotels along the way. This trip is going to be a little different because it's not just me this time. My dad's actually going with, so it'll be Grandpa and Great Grandpa's adventures. My dad's going to be on his Goldwing, and he's nursing back problems, so he probably won't be like in the camping thing. So we're going to do one night up in northern Arizona, 2 nights at Rocky Mountain National Park, and then the last night camping in the Grand Canyon National Park. Should be a lot of scenery on the way and good times. Thanks. Alright, let's get going for Too Hot. Let's see. 113 degrees. And watch out, Quell. Head up in the mountains where at least it will be cooler for tonight. Get out of this heat. I guess he's gone. Okay. Bit hot to be working in the afternoon this late. Guys are crazy. It's a warm one. Let's get moving.
Somebody's got an old Japanese car, Honda. Man. Rainstorms last night, so got humidity and 113 today. So even packing the motorcycle in the garage was a sweaty experience. Ready to get in the cool country. Looks like a lot of our trip through Colorado is going to have some rain, so bring it on. Nice and cool and rainy, and some nice roads and hopefully some wildlife. 5 national parks on this trip. 4 in Colorado and last night at the Grand Canyon here in Arizona. Snake strips there, the tar they put in the cracks, and when it's 113 it's a little slippery on your tires. Back tires slipped out a little there. Not fun. Getting up close to 5,000 feet, got a little cloud cover, storm action, and it just dropped below 199 degrees, so whew. Air is feeling cool. Might get a little, maybe a little storm here and there, but made it up to Payson. We're gonna fuel up, eat dinner, and head up the rim, find us a camping spot.
So after a 2.5 hour ride, we made it out of the desert and up into the cool pines on the Mogollon Rim in Arizona. 7,500 foot altitude, so temperature's 75 degrees. Got there just before dark, set up our tents, and lay down for sleep because we had a long ride tomorrow as we're riding all the way to Chama, New Mexico.
Alright, ready to head out. He's doing some off-roading in his Goldwing there. This drag bottom or something. Alright, let's roll. Yeah, a little bit of rain last night in on our tents. Alright, I've got 383 miles to go today. About 6.5 hours on the motorcycle, so all highway stuff. Welcome to New Mexico.
So we grabbed a quick lunch in Gallup, New Mexico, then headed up through the Navajo Reservation north. Long stretch of highway, still kind of warm, but not too bad. And just moving on, heading towards Farmington, New Mexico. It rolled through Farmington and kind of got stuck in a little traffic there, but worked our way towards Chama, New Mexico, and everything was going good, and then looked like we got some rain coming.
Alright, so we stopped and put our rain jackets on because obviously it's raining. But at least it's cooling down. It's getting quite hot there. So, let's go in the rain. It's pretty thick. Alright, had some rain and hail there for a little bit. It's pretty cold. Way up in the mountains again, 71 degrees. Alright.
Well, we made it to Chama, New Mexico after a pretty long day of riding and some rain and stuff like that. So we got some dinner in town and stayed at this cute little lodge down by the river. Got some much needed rest and can't wait for tomorrow.
Alright, beautiful morning in Chama, New Mexico. Heading to Colorado in the Great Sand Dunes National Park. It was 53 this morning when we woke up and 65 now, so it's warming up already, but we're riding through some mountains, so cute little town, Chama, up here. We're at 7,800 feet altitude. Roll on. Hello, don't run in the road. I'm just riding by. Nope. You're okay. You're okay. I was scared they're gonna run out in front of me. Oh, we got another one over here. Stopped here just to enjoy the beauty. Look at these fields. These cows got it made out here. We're in northern New Mexico. Oh, love it. Love it. 9,000 feet. Nice. Oh, these cows are just... Yeah, Africa Twin, how you doing? Hello? It's okay, little guy. No, which way you going? Just, yeah, stay over there. Don't run down the hill. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Just going on by. They live in the perfect place here. Oh, nice to just roam around. For some reason, they like to. Oh, they shit on the road. Shitty, 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 shitty shit on the road. They're out walking their babies by the road. There's a cute little village here. Wow. Picture perfect little place there. Nice. And more shit on the road. Alright. Made it to the Great Sand Dunes National Park. Hey, sorry guys, just cruising by.
as we headed over towards Manitou Springs, we got quite a bit of rain. So we just went straight to our hotel, got dinner, went to sleep, because tomorrow it's Pikes Peak.
Alright, just entered Pikes Peak, the entrance to the park. I think we got like 14-15 miles to where we get to where you gotta have a ticket to ride up, and you have a reservation. Our reservation's between 9 and 10, and it's 9:08, so should be good to go. We're at 8,000 foot elevation right now. Uh-oh, we got Bigfoot crossing right here, I think. Yep. Watch out. A lot of sightings around here. Don't see them anywhere. They're pretty good at hiding. Wait. Oh, thought I saw him. Corner of my eye. It's always where you see them. 1 mile below the summit of elevation. We're at 8,700 right now. Going up 14,300, something like that. See a little snow up there, here and there. 56 degrees at 11,000 foot. Oh, over there, 14,000 foot. I'm a little lightheaded just parking my motorcycle there. We above the clouds. I don't know how much we're gonna see here.
So we made it to the bottom of Pikes Peak and headed off north through the mountains towards Rocky Mountain National Park. Most incredible ride on the way up there. And then we got rain towards the end. Beautiful ride though.
Alright, we're moving up towards Boulder, I think, here. Some truck traffic. And maybe some sprinkling coming up. We are in Winter Park. Little ski village. It's pretty nice. Ooh! Some big ass bumps on there. Okay, inside the park. Looks like they've had a bit of a fire through here. And oh, look at the clouds and probably rain heading up towards. That's all. And the camp.
Well, it did start raining, and time we got to camp, it was pouring pretty good. Had to get our tent set up and everything in the rain, and we didn't really have anywhere to chill out, so kind of improvised a little tent between our two motorcycles so we could sit there and relax without getting too soaking wet. But nice little campground. Get all our beds ready because we got a long day tomorrow riding through Rocky Mountain National Park. That does it for part 1 of our Colorado trip. Be sure to watch part 2 where we visit Rocky Mountain National Park, Black Canyon of the Gunnison, Mesa Verde National Park, and Grand Canyon. Thank you.